Hello, hello. I'm back for some more AOE Leagues 2v2 action. Got a Division C set here between Team Plateau and Team Sauber Petronas. This is the 1 and 2 seed in Division C. This is the my own division here. So Team Plateau, we've got Cryptic Sai, about a 1.8k player, and Bengute, 1.7k player. And they'll be up against Sauber Petronas, consisting of Grabwepsby, an 1840 player, and Heinz Harold Frentzen, 1.6k player. So yeah, me and my cousin Heuristic, we've played Sauber Petronas so far. I think, what happened to them? I think they took us 2-1. We have not yet played Plateau. So yeah, very much looking forward to watching this set. Especially since these are probably going to be some of the stiffest competition we'll personally face this season. All right, let's go. Arabia. Game number 1. Capture age, where you at? There we go. All right, game number 1. We've got Grabwepsby. I'm going to call him Grabby for short. We've got him in the green here playing as the Mayans. Teamed up with Heinz Harold Frentzen. We'll just go with Heinz. And he's playing as the Gaharas. All right, so Gaharas finally not banned for a set. This is the first time I've seen him played on Arabia in this tournament. Actually, I think we banned Gaharas when we played against this team. Actually, here, let me fix the team names here. So we've got Sauber Petronas and Team Plateau. All right, let's roll. All right, Mayans Gaharas up on the other side. Cryptic Sai playing as the Franks and Bengute as the Ethiopians. So, boy, I think I favor Franks Ethiopians here, but the Power Gaharas, I still don't feel like I have the greatest handle on the Power Gaharas. I think I like Frank's Ethiopians probably for feudal, at least early feudal. But then maybe in Castle Age is when things start to get a little bit scary. With all the bonuses that contribute to some really nasty camels from the Gaharas. All right, let's take a quick look at the maps here for our players. Starting with Bengute. So he is our archer player. Reasonably safe gold. Very safe berries. So that's a pretty good map. I think you'd be happy with that as the archer player. Guessing you get your production buildings out here. Wall toward this wood line. Could work on walling that at some point. Although we'll have to be careful about that little one tile gap. And then wall there. I think you do end up going for that full walls at some point in this game. Over here, Bengute's teammate Cryptic Sai, also back gold, back berries. Gotta love that. Only really 2 safe wood lines to work with as opposed to 3 for his teammate. But this isn't terrible. How do you wall here? I mean, you're against the archer players, so you can't really just go for tiny resource walls. You gotta be thinking about full walls at some point. Got to get something in here, I would think, right? Given where that lumber camp is placed, you can't just wall to this corner because that'll be rangeable. So yeah, maybe you get your production buildings here, wall to the TC, and then kind of wall back and then back down this way. I'm not sure. It's a tricky one. All right, over on this side for Grabby, we've got gold pretty far forward, but you are against the scout player. Berries forward as well. That's not ideal. This is a nice wood line, but only 2 wood lines here to work with for Grabby. So I guess you're probably walling here, walling out in front of the gold, and then walling this way toward that wood line. I think that's kind of your only option. And then also forward gold and forward berry. So this is unfortunate for Sauber Petronas. Both players are working with forward resources, forward double resources, whereas their opponents are rear resources for both of those. That's a significant advantage. All right, let's start keeping an eye on up times. Should see our players start going up here pretty soon. Got 7. 7 sheep in that mill. Alright, Loom on the way for Cryptic. So Cryptic will be going up here with a 19 pop Scouts play. A hill bonus as well for Cryptic, and he's got Loom. I'm not sure. I mean, Grabby, I guess, is going to get the kill here, but losing a lot of HP on that Eagle. Actually, is he going to get the kill? Oh, brutal. Brutal. 4 HP left on the Vil. And the Eagle's lost, so that scouting intel's gone. I mean, you know what your opponent's going for. You know they're going for scouts. But it is nice to be able to keep an eye on where they're walling, where they're open, whether the scouts are coming to your base or whether they're going straight to your opponents. That's all important scouting information at this point. Alright, second lumber camp coming down here for Cryptic Psy. And what about over on this side? What do we got going here? Camel being a bit of a pest. So Sauber, Petronas, both of them trying to use their scout to get a kill. We've got what would have been a 23 pop archer build for Grabby. So he should have a very smooth eco rolling into Feudal Age. How far will he be behind in numbers? I guess not that far. We got a 22 pop build here for Bengute. Eric's coming. Man, this is rough wood lines here. Actually, probably would have preferred a lumber camp there than there. Again, we're the eye in the sky with no pressure, no Vils being assaulted, and perfect vision. Heinz to be a little careful here with the camo. Okay, no, he's taking a good angle. All right. Stable almost down here for Cryptic, and over on the other side, the stable is down for Heinz. So scout production should be pretty comparable here. 2 farms are ready for Heinz, and first farm just now coming down for Cryptic. Yeah, I like these walls, and then I guess you're just probably just walling to the edge of the map, surely here if you're Heinz. Alright, where do these units initially go? Perhaps a little bit of a risky archery range here. I mean, it does have the scout in protection. There's only 1 camel, 1 scout out, so yeah, that should be fine. No problem there. Scouts on this side immediately heading over toward Grabby here. It does have a spear out in protection. And then over here, scouts also going to the archer counterpart. They're going to get that Vil. But at least if he can block here. But spear pops out just in time. Clutch timing on that spear. Alright, 1 archer already out for Grabby. First archer actually hasn't even been queued yet for Bengute, so Bengute might be a little bit behind here in archer production. Scouts continue to roll in. The spearman has run off to the other side, so will that be a Vil? Not quite. So nice job here by Plateau. We've had a lot of Vils in danger, but haven't actually lost any yet. There's some idle time. What are things looking like over here? No damage to be had here for Cryptic Psy against his archer counterpart. And same thing on this end. So I think we're going to start seeing the scout players moving away from this initial aggression and heading over to try to link up with their archer teammates. It's interesting. Cryptic sending his scouts over here. Might be worried about some sneak archers. Is that what he's worried about? Presumably he's communicating with his teammate. Knows that the scouts are over here, so he doesn't have to worry about those. Not sure why he's got the scouts over here as opposed to putting the pressure on the enemy. Alright, will Bengute lose his first Vil? Alright, finally a Vil goes down for him. And we actually have a 4 Vil lead right now for Sauber Petronas. Make it, okay, sorry, that was an archer. And basically even military numbers at this point. Yeah, still very surprised about this. Not sure why Cryptic is defending this area. He must be worried about the sneak attack. There are indeed 4 archers coming in with a spear. With this number of scouts, that should be an easy enough clean, especially with the HP bonus available on those Frank scouts. Little pressure on the wood line. Some free pokey pokes. Basically a free scout there for Grabby against Cryptic. Good scout numbers here. He's got 8 of them. So should have no trouble cleaning this. Over on this end, we have the Archer armor already in for these scouts. These full walls basically completed now. Only areas open is up here, and that area is well guarded. Alright, the jump. And yeah, easy clean. Alright, so that gives Plateau a 7 military advantage here. And I think you'd rather have that than the 3 vills. Over on this side, Heinz trying to make the jump here. Cleans the spear. Lost a lot of HP though, especially against that hill bonus. I don't think this is a good take. He's got the armor, but doesn't have the numbers. I think you're going to be really happy with that fight if you're Bengute. Alright, and look at this. Alright, scouts coming over, and I think now the pressure's going to be on. We're going to have Plateau moving out, probably advancing on Heinz's base here. 7 archers versus 4, 7 scouts versus 3. So, nice military advantage. I think probably makes sense to have those scouts head out in this direction, try to link up with those archers. Yeah, not going to find a way in, not on this side of the map, and not unless there's a hole here. Is that a hole? I don't think so. I think that that tree meets up with that house there. Alright, the archers are on the move. And the full wall is up. So Bengute completely safe here. Now there are archers on this side with 3 spears. That's not something Cryptic's going to be able to clean right now. So he's just going to have to defend with house walls, market walls, towers, what have you. But over on this... Oh, wait! How did they get in? I gotta see this. I gotta see this. Rip. Well... that sucks. That really sucks if you're Heinz. That is brutal. And look at that. At that point, a 7 vil lead here for Sauber Petronas. Now they're in. So our nice quick walls there for Heinz. Goes down anyway. Alright, this can be another dead vil. This is some idle time. Had to produce some spears of his own. And look at that. Cryptic has clicked up. So too, though, has Grabby here. So our Mayans player on the way up, but only with 6 archers on the field at the moment. Whereas we got 13 archers here for Bengute. And this is brutal.
Namaste.
There's no attack rate up, no attack upgrade on these scouts, however, so the damage output is not awesome. And there are 2 spears. I don't think that's a good take there for Cryptic. I think you back out and just wait for the archers to get in. Those archers are going to be sort of a force multiplier. And that's about as good of a clean as you could have asked for there if you're Heinz. I mean, granted, that's idle time. Maybe that's all. Right. And no spears in the mix here for Bengute, so that should be a clean for Heinz. He's got +1/+1 on those bad boys. No bloodlines. But yeah, that'll be a clean. Alright, so with that, we're going to have basically identical castle times here for Grabby and for Cryptic. Cryptic so far has managed to keep Grabby out of his base. But again, only 10 archers, so only 10 expo. The damage output's going to be pretty minimal. I think with that kind of archer count, the 2 stable knights is actually scarier. Normally you favor the archer player in the very early parts of Castle Age, but there's just not the critical mass here. Alright, but man, Heinz was set back pretty far here. Still not full walled, still hasn't managed to click up, and over on that side, Bengute is on the way up. So I'm definitely favoring Plateau's position here, even though they are 5 vills back. But this should be easy enough to clean with a few knights. I think maybe you wait for... Honestly, I'd wait for 6. These aren't threatening anything right now. I mean, you'll probably be able to clean this, but you could probably get the clean without even losing a single knight. Yeah, only loses 1. No big deal. Alright, over here, Heinz still desperately looking for damage, hoping for an overchop or a hole in the wall somewhere. But Bengute keeping those archers in defense. He's going to wait for Castle Age before he moves out with those. Second TC down for Cryptic. Second TC coming down here for Grabby as well. Looking for the overchop. Looking for the overchop. 30 wood left in that tree. We'll probably roll back that way. Over on this side, Grabby snipes one vill on the wood line. Does push Cryptic off of that wood line. Wood is definitely an issue on this map. Cryptic knows that, so he's going to try to secure some safe wood by getting a TC down in that location while Grabby's army's down on this side. And he's going to look for the surround. And yeah, with this number of knights, with +2 armor on those bad boys, shouldn't have too much trouble cleaning. Alright, some scouts trying to come in here and join in the fun. Oh, he just missed that. That actually could have been a real good take had he been able to see that. Knights trying to make a dive on these archers. Archers are going to nestle in this little corner here. They will be cleaned. Alright, so yeah, still a Vill lead here for Sauber Petronas, but Plateau with a 13 military advantage. 3 TC already here for the Cav player, whereas Heinz hasn't even reached Castle Age yet. Yeah, Franks with this kind of eco, the production's going to be filthy, and there's only 15 expo on the field. Definitely liking Plateau's position here. University coming down. Grabby wants to get the ballistics, be able to deal with these knights more efficiently. Over on this end, though, look, the pressure's on. Healthy number of expo. We've got, what, 20 of them here? And only one stable. Yeah, I don't know how you defend this right now if you're Heinz. If you got a few stables, you can get a decent ball of these Shravamsha riders. Or no, he does have 2 stable, but there's only 4 Shravamsha riders on the field right now. You're going to need a good bit more than that to clean this. Still looking for the overchop. I like that by Heinz. It's very aggressively hunting for it. And down here, we're itching for another good fight. We've got 3 pikes added to the mix here for Grabby. Make it 4. And ballistics, yeah, not quite in yet. He has the university, doesn't quite have the res for ballistics. Doesn't have the wood income right now. Alright, over here. Shravamsha Riders making a dive on Bengute's Expo. Will they be able to get the clean? Don't think so. Excellent micro there from Bengute. He's going to sneak into that little one-tile gap. You sort of got the situation you want to have here as Gahara's player, where you've turned it into 2 different 1v1s and you're paired against the Archer player. I think that's like the exact situation you hope for. But at the moment, Cryptic with just a pretty filthy eco. Although only 1 vill ahead of Grabby here, despite having 3 TC as opposed to 2. And this is a scary little army in the mix here. Then again, Cryptic's got a lot of knights there. Alright, this fight could determine a lot. Hill bonus for Cryptic. Grabby firing uphill. The pikes are gone. Cryptic gets the surround here. This will be a clean. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we had basically even villager, even military numbers when this fight started, but with that clean, I think now we see the counterattack pressure going to be coming. I expect Bengute, yeah, to come across the field with his archers, join up with Cryptic. Once they get these 2 armies together, they're not going to have to worry about this. Because right now, if this army finds Bengute out in the open, that could be serious trouble for Plateau. In a way, I think, for Sauber to get themselves back in the game. But these 2 armies are going to link up. And as long as Bengute is able to keep himself free of overchops, free of holes in the wall, free of villagers opening gates for the enemy, this army can really put the hurt here on Grabby. They honestly could just take out these production buildings. Grabby knows that the military number, the numbers are probably at a disadvantage. Going to go all the way up to 5 range here. And, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so Cryptic's actually going to send his knights to try to clean the Shravamsha riders. He knows where they are. And over on this end, Bengute is going to try to put some pressure here on Grabby. Does have a significant archer lead. Only 16 camped out in these ranges for Grabby. Whereas we've got 30 here with ballistics for Bengute. Knights managed to clean some of these Shravamsha riders. I think the Shravamsha riders are heading over here to try to help his teammate. Both the knights right on their tail. Won't be able to get much damage there. Okay, so Grabby here, pardon me, Cryptic, putting a castle up, wants to secure that side of his base and the gold that's over there. I think probably worried about Shravamsha rider raids coming in from that direction. Still has 7 on stone, so I think we'll see a second castle. Maybe put it on this hill, maybe even go a little further forward and put it there. Here on that hill, potentially. Or, with these numbers, do you just go aggressive? Just put one right up in Grabby's face, right on the production there. Wipe out that gold, wipe out these production buildings. A castle there would be disgusting. Alright, even military numbers, though, for these teams. But I like the comp. I think I like the comp better here for Plateau. Knights and Ethiopian Expo versus mostly Shravamsha riders and Expo. But we'll find out. Here we go. Here comes the fight. Gotta like the position here. I think if you're Cryptic, you've got the Shravamsha riders engaged with the Knights. Not many of them have jumped on the archers, but here they come. HP definitely favoring Bengute and Cryptic Sai here. Oh boy, that is a very one-sided fight in the end. And this might just be the game-deciding fight. Sauber Petronas suddenly down to 25 military on the field versus 53. And yeah, I think we're going to see production buildings start going down. Cryptic doesn't quite have the stone to get a forward castle, but you think about just buying one here? A castle right here, or even better, I think a castle right there. Pretty game deciding. Bengute, though, has stayed 1 TC this whole time. So we've got 4 TCs cumulatively here for Plateau versus 5 for Sauber Petronas. And look at that. Arbalist is in, but boy, if that had just come in a bit sooner. Grabby had been able to get to Arbalist before that big fight. That would have been clutch, but of course, Cryptic Bengute, knowing that, forced the fight. Got the clean they needed. And yeah, now the question is, can Grabby possibly get enough? Oh boy, Arbalist is in as well for Bengute. And Imperial Age on the way here for Cryptic Sai, 107 Vils. So he's going to have Cavalier not too long from now. Ooh, that's a good fight there for Grabby, though. Managed to clean almost all the archers that were there. How many range? Still only 3 ranges right now for Bengute. Cavalier upgrade on the way. Final armor upgrade on the way here for Cryptic. All the reinforcements rolling in here. Should be another good fight for Cryptic and Bengute. I think good, though, for Sauber Petronas that they were able to force this fight before that armor came in here for Cryptic. But there's just so many knights on the field. And yeah, if they're able to force this round against these Arbalists, should be yet another good fight for Plateau. Cryptic is dropping another castle, but not a forward castle, dropping a defensive one over in this area. I think, secure that gold. Cavalier upgrade is in. Can't even see those arbalists tucked in there into that little gap. Yeah, twice the military on the field here for Plateau. And a 10 military advantage to boot. Imperial Age, I think quite a long ways off here for Heinz. So big tech advantage right now. I actually am kind of surprised that Cryptic didn't go for the forward castle here, given how decisively they won that last fight. Yeah, so Heinz has now gone entirely away from the Shravamsha riders, now just going for camels. That TC will go down there for Grabby. Yeah, I think a good chance we see the GG called here not too long. See, I mean, the Cavalier numbers were thinned out a good bit under that TC. I think Sauber Petronas taken about as good a fights as they can hope for, given their situation in this game. And the Cavalier numbers are pretty diminished here, but significant Arbalist advantage, and these camels just absolutely melt the Arbalist, especially Ethiopian Arbalist. Continuing to look quite bleak here for Team Sauber Petronas. Not sure what the win condition would be at this point. Yeah, Heinz not even thinking about Imperial. He just knows that he needs to just keep producing these castles just to try to help Grabby survive here. But that eco continuing to be suffocated here. The Vil numbers continuing to drop. 30 Vil advantage for Plateau, 30 military advantage, and not to mention the tech advantage. Right, Camels might be able to catch these Cavalier all alone out here, though. They take a decent fight there. Alright, Light Cav are going to start raiding here right as these Vils come out. Are they going to sneak in? Ooh, almost let them in. Good number of camels. Camels might be able to take a decent fight here against the Cavalier. Ooh, Cavalier. Never mind Cavalier. It's Paladin. Paladin upgrade is in. We have trade up. Yeah, the first market just now going up. But I think that's probably okay for Plateau. They've been able to steal a lot of that neutral gold. And there it is. The GG is called. Yeah, that was a nice one. GG. Take a quick look at the stats here. Oof. Really nice KD there for our Ethiopians player. Yeah, huge eco advantage as well there for Plateau, especially for Cryptic. Yeah, so what did that one really come down to? I mean, there was that fight in Feudal Age where Heinz lost most of his cav trying to attack the archers in Bengute's base. That was a fight that went really well for Bengute, gave them that military advantage. Oh, and then the hole in the wall, letting all those scouts in. I think that really set back Heinz's Castle Age time. And without that Castle Age time, we had two early engagements at the beginning of Castle Age where Cryptic just cleaned Grabby's archer numbers, really without taking any losses at all. So that was probably the two big things I think from which it snowballed, was taking that fight in Feudal Age that went very poorly for Heinz, and then the hole in the wall. And I think everything else we saw was basically just a snowball effect from there. All right, so with that, we go to the home map for Team Sauber Petronas, which is Nomad. And we've got our first TC going down here for Heinz Harold Frentzen, who is playing as the Persians, teamed up with Grabby, who actually hasn't been able to drop a TC yet. Maybe looking for this location here. But he'll be playing as the Berbers. On the other side, we've got Cryptic Psy playing as the Spanish, teamed up with Bengute as the Malians. So basically S-tier Nomad civs all around here. Grabby is going to have that safe access to stone. Presumably he's going to want to go into Camel Archer. How are your TCs doing? Yeah, a lot of action in early Nomad, as always. But yeah, Cryptic also going to have Stavestone here. Wants to go Conks. These Camel Archers, pretty hard counter to Conks, but the problem is you got to get there. It's a faster transition into Conks than it is into Camel Archers. All right, let's look at our starting dock locations. Cryptic Psy, our Spanish player, docking here on the south. And his teammate Bengute over here on the west. And then all the way out here is where we've got our docks for Sauber Petronas. So probably quite happy with this if you're an FC player. Given that your docks are quite far from your opponent docks, that lets you get that food eco really propelling you into Castle Age. I'm going to fast forward a bit here through early Dark Age. Pretty much never anything to see. But this could very well be just a race to get that first castle down, which probably is not great if you're the Berbers player. Spanish build a lot faster. So likely see these players just prioritizing that castle age time. I mean, I guess you could also see Tower Rush. Maybe here the Spanish player, you just try to get a tower down in a place where you can deny stone access. I'm not sure. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. And then I expect most likely our Malians player and our Persians player will attempt to play water here. You know what would be pretty filthy actually would be a tower like right there, or a castle right there if you were Cryptic. Hey, you can target basically both TCs, but you're also denying this gold, which is gold that's pretty important for both those players. I mean, both those players would have to go all the way back here to get access to some gold. So, I don't know. In terms of... in terms of what we're most likely to see here, given the initial TC locations and the generation of resources, probably slightly favor the positioning here for Team Plateau. All right, Feudal Age on the way here for both Bengute and Heinz, which to me suggests we're going to see some naval play from those players. Can they think about an FC here? Yeah, they might just have the food eco for it. We've got, what, 7 fishing ships here for Heinz, 4 fishing ships for Grabby, 5 and 4 on the other side. And, I mean, if they know just how far they are from their opponent's docks, I think they could definitely consider FC. I mean, we could really get FCs all around here if these players, I think, had access to full information like we do. All right, here's the thing though, Grabby has not clicked yet. Plateau, more than halfway to Feudal Age, so I think we're definitely going to have a faster Castle Age time for Cryptic, which is not a good thing if you're Grabby here. But we'll keep an eye on that. All right, we've got galley play here for Heinz, producing out of 2 dock, looks like. We've got a flare here for Bengute, not quite sure what he's flaring. Might be speculating about one of the TC locations for the other team. And over on this side, we've got fires for Bengute, although they are heading probably in the wrong direction. I think those galleys are going to be coming from this direction. But man, I think this is going to be quite a good spot. If you're Cryptic, you've got all this safe fish, although actually only 4. Maybe if Cryptic had known the location of the docks, could have produced a few more fishing ships. And Cryptic doesn't quite have the food. 50 food away. And there it is. All right, he's clicked. Boy, yeah, bad. This is going to be a bad spot for Grab Westby here. Gosh, I mean, Spanish really could get that castle there. That would be such a disgusting spot. Range both those TCs, range that gold, range that stone. If you're Grabby here, though, yeah, he's trying to wall that area off. Smart move. I mean, do you even think about, I mean, if you're Cryptic here, you want a castle, if you want a castle in that location so bad, you can't delete your market, could you? Alright, fire on galley engagement here. We do have fletching in for Heinz, but he's only got 2 galleys, so he's going to have to micro this back for a little while until the reinforcements come in. Should be a really nice food eco here for Heinz. I imagine he's going to win these fights. At this kind of range, definitely favor galleys over the fires. And he is on 2 dock with 8 fishing ships. So if they can survive this early Spanish aggression, I think he's going to have a really nice knights or camel production. Alright, the fires are down. Certainly looking here like Heinz is going to win water. Castle Age on the way for Grab Westby, but Cryptic about to hit here. Already has the stone needed for that castle. Where does it go? You just drop it right here. Oh, he's deleting the house. There it is. All right, it's going to be right on top of Grab Westby's face. But it's not... Ooh. I guess it is going to range the stone. I guess if you drop a mining camp on this side, you will still have access to that stone. Although maybe not when fletching comes in. Ooh, look at this, though. Grab Westby dropping gates here to prevent conks from popping on that side, and also, I suppose, to prevent petards from jumping on that side. That's a nice little move, and without murder holes, of course, the castle can't range those. Yeah, so this is great for Heinz. They've cleared the fishing for Cryptic, so Cryptic is going to have some troubles with the conch production, since his only access to food is currently consists of 3 vills on berries and whatever sort of market abuse he wants to engage in. And Grab Westby is up, dropping a castle, and so things look much less bleak than I feared they might at this point. Cryptic's food income not going to be great here. So Cryptic diving in, but right now the TC... Where's the TC shooting? Okay, there we go. Cleans one of those conchs. Almost cleans 2. And there is a monastery here for monk defense against the conchs. And we actually had a galley transition as well for Bengute, so we're going to have galleys v galleys here pretty soon. Bengute is in Castle Age. Heinz hasn't even clicked yet, so we're going to have a tech advantage here. We've got Bodkin coming in, so where it looked like Sauber Petronas was probably going to win water, not so fast. Looks like Plateau is actually going to have no problem securing water at this point, which will allow Cryptic to get back on to water, perhaps. Vill count basically even at this point. Grab Westby built this extra dock here, but how long is that going to stay alive? I'm not sure if he's even going to produce fish out of there, given the situation on water. Keep an eye on that. Alright, Heinz has clicked. We already have a second TC coming down here for Bengute. No stables yet at the moment, though. So going to just focus on getting a nice eco rolling. And And hoping that Cryptic can harass enough to set back the opponent's boom potential here. Some nice harassment here from Cryptic. Let's check back in on water over here. So the pressure's still on here from Heinz. Ooh, getting some free damage here. Bengute not paying attention. And actually, Bengute hasn't gone for the Castle Age upgrades on these Navy, which is surprising. He does have Bodkin. Still has a tech advantage here. Actually, kind of surprised he didn't invest in the galley upgrade. Meanwhile, over here, harassment continuing from Cryptic. Oh, is he going to find these? Oh, he's going to find those vills out in the open. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. The gold positioning here for Sauber Petronas is really unfortunate. Yeah, and those vills will go down. All right, second TC coming down here for Heinz. Second TC coming down here for Grabby. We do have a good number of camel archers on the field now. So they might be able to hang in here for a while and start dealing with these conks. Yeah, there's only 3 conks on the field right now. Plateau, though, big Vill lead all of a sudden. 20 Vills. Bengute just in full boom mode right now. Check in on the water, and it looks like... Yeah, Galley's still alive for both players. Sort of looks like a dock trade at the moment. Only looking at 3 fish here for Bengute versus... Yeah, a lot more fish up here. So there's still a water advantage for Sauber Petronas. 4th TC coming down as well. Cryptic. He's got enough stone for another castle. Thinking about where to put it. Those camel archers are going to be trouble for him if he wants to be aggressive. He's going to go aggressive. Can he get that up, though? I don't know. We've got a monk on the field. We've got camel archers on the field. Spanish vills do build fast, and there's a decent number of conks. This is going to be tight. This is going to be really tight. Here comes some more camel archers. This castle goes up. Advantage Plateau. If it doesn't, maybe advantage Sauber. Game on. Here we go. Those conks are buying time. That castle's going up, isn't it? It's going up. It is going up, no doubt about it. Oh man, playing against Spanish on Nomad. It's just always so frustrating. Alright, so that castle's in a great spot. Puts tremendous pressure here on Heinz. That is a Persian TC, so it'll take a while to go down, but now kick them off those 3 farms and off that wood. Things are starting to get pretty messy. And look at this over here. Grabby relying on, I think, some of that fishing eco, right? Because it only has a few farms. Oof. Conks in on the wood line. Alright, this Vill count is starting to get out of control. 40 Vill lead now for Plateau. And it's starting to look like they are going to sweep this series. They've got map control. Vill lead, military counts, and yeah, this is brutal over here. There's no food right now for Grab Westby. An excellent micro there by Cryptic. Camel Archers, though, in here on Bengute's base, pushing him off of stone. Get another town center. Town center number 6 here for Bengute. Not noticing, though, the Vills. Okay, now he responds. Garrisons the TC. Look at this, though. Another castle coming down here. This looks reminiscent of the Plateau game. Casted recently. Spanish on Nomad, just chaining castle after castle after castle. The other team desperately attempting to stabilize. But I think once Bengute starts getting some military on the field, things are going to look even more bleak than they already do. Bengute with just an absurd boom right now. To be honest, Cryptic's actually having a nice boom behind all this. Up to 70 villagers himself. Reb Westby has been pretty well devastated. Only 34 vills. Does have a decent little camel archer mass. And in fact, the military advantage is with Sauber Petronas here. Maybe they can get taking a good trade there against the conks. Has ballistics in as well. Bodkin on those boys. But when does the military production start here for Bengute? Actually lost a good number of vills there on that wood line. Golly, this is just a bloodbath though. Look at the conks. Killing vills everywhere they go. Heinz trying to get this TC up. Oh, is that going to go up? Yeah, actually, Cryptic can't dive on it because he doesn't want to get cleaned by the camel archers. But yeah, the fact that Bengute's been able to have this just completely, or almost completely uninterrupted boom is not going to be good here for Sauber Petronas, and Cryptic sort of with a sneaky good boom behind all this pressure. Alright, here come the camel archers looking to get some damage here. Finally have a barracks coming down for Bengute, but it's actually going to be denied. So Bengute going to have to wait yet a little longer to get the military production up and running. 93 vills for Bengute here. Conks continuing to kill everything in sight. Imperial Age on the way for Bengute. Grabby desperately searching for some damage here. Needs it. They're gonna have to get some kind of crazy damage here really soon. They're gonna have any chance in this game because the Vill lead is continuing to blossom. 80 Vill advantage now for Team Plateau. Alright, defensive castle here for Grabby. A Mangonel is out here for Heinz, which actually prevented Bengute from getting a castle that he really wanted. I was trying to get one right here. Gonna have to settle for one that's a little less aggressive. Camel Arch is hoping to deny it. It's not going to happen. That thing's going up. And Bengute has plenty of villagers to spare here. Alright, and with Imperial coming in for both Cryptic Sai and Bengute, whatever castles are in the field will almost certainly be trebbed down here pretty soon. Camel Archers desperately hunting for damage. And look at this. Grabby trying to come for a sneaky TC, but there's one conk. One conk down here. Cryptic Sai is everywhere. Has his attention everywhere. That TC, well, maybe we'll go up. We got some camel archers coming in here to bail out those villagers. Alright, and there is Imperial Age for Bengute. And that Mangonel push actually got a lot of vills here. But it is going to stall out against this castle. I think maybe if we had seen those Mangonels come in a bit sooner. Oh boy, what did we miss here? Absolute bloodbath. A lot of villagers down, but a lot of camel archers as well. And with as many vills as Plateau has, I think you prefer to see dead camels there, even at the cost of a number of vills. The Trebs are out now here for Bengute. Cryptic Sai is up as well. And yeah, they call the GG as soon as that happens. They have no hope of getting to Imperial Age anytime soon. And they know that without the castles, they don't stand a chance here. Camel Arch is being cleaned by the conks. And that will do it. A sweep for Team Plateau, 2-0 over Sauber Petronas. And knowing how strong of a team Sauber Petronas is, that's just downright scary. Plateau, a real force to be reckoned with here in Division C. Cryptic Psy did exactly what he wanted to do with the Spanish there. Used the conks to slaughter lots and lots of vills and to continue stringing castles. And Bengute with a excellent boom behind it. Cryptic with an excellent boom behind it. And that was what you call total and brutal domination. Yeah, well played to Team Plateau. Well played to Sauber Petronas. And that will do it for that set. Thanks for joining me. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to cast a couple more sets this week. Y'all have a good one.